everyone, Michelle here from Gardening TLC. How many of you guys are thinking about doing a new bed next year? Well, I'm telling you, fall is hands down the easiest, most efficient time to build a new landscape bed. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 6 steps that you need to do to create a new landscape bed. We're going to do it right here in this area. So you're going to see exactly what to do. And then in the spring, this bad boy will be totally ready for planting. All right, are you guys ready to dig in? Let's do this. Everybody, how's it going? I am in Northern Illinois Zone 5 and I am getting ready to prep up another bed because I want to plant it out next year. Now this is actually kind of a 2-part bed. This part right here I want to prep for next year, but if we go a little bit further down where my car is, that is where the big maple tree is, and I'm actually going to be planting that up this year. That is the video that will happen after this one, so stay tuned for that. Now, step number one, you guys, is pick where you want your spot to be. Whether it's in full sun, part sun, full shade, doesn't really matter. Pick out the spot. Now, once you pick that spot out, make sure that you have access to water, because sometimes Mother Nature just doesn't give us enough water to get everything going. And if you're gonna take the time to prep this and get it ready and then spend the money to put things in, you definitely want to be able to water it and have everything live. Get your garden hose out, or get some strings with pins, or get some marking tape that you can buy at a box store. They sell the inverted marking paint, and get outside and mark the lines of where you want it to be. As you can see here, I have several lines as I was playing around with what I want to do. I'm not worried about the paint and the grass because it'll grow out and I'll mow it out. That's not what I'm worried about. What I'm worried about is how is it going to look and flow with the other bed that I have here, and do the curves, are they long and flowing and sweeping, or are they little horseshoe curves that won't look very good? Am I thinking about what's going to come next when I draw the lines? Am I making my path wide enough or too narrow? Those are all things that I want to think about when I'm laying out where the bed is going to be. So that's what you need to do first. Find out where you're going to put it and then make your shape. Step 2, you want to mow down the grass, or maybe some of you, it's mow down the weeds as low as you can go. So whether you're doing that with your lawnmower at the lowest setting possible, or you're using a string trimmer, take that grass or those weeds as low as you can go. Our goal here is to not disturb the soil. I don't want to till it. I don't want to dig. So therefore, I am going to just take it down as low as I can go. How low can you go? I have mowed this as low as I can get it, and this is good enough for me. I don't need to take it down lower. I can do the next step perfectly on top of this. Now, one of the things that I want to make sure that I do in this area is I do want a grassy walkway that's going to come around and go around the corner here. And so what I am trying to achieve here is a new garden bed right here along the arborvitaes. I want to make sure that I have enough room for whatever it is that I plant to grow, but I also want enough room. And so that first line that I didn't think that that was wide enough, so I came all the way over here. So I wanted this to be about 4 feet wide. That bed is actually going to transition up around this corner here, and then I'm going to be doing these steps that go up the little embankment. And in our next video, we will be planting this area here. For today, we are going to take this bed down to kind of where the grass line ends right here, and you can see I have a line right here, and see I already mowed it out. So I'm just gonna bring it like over like this. And this is the part that I'm not planting right now. I'm gonna get it ready for next year. So that is your step 2. Mow it down, get it gone, get those weeds and that grass as low as you can go. I'm gonna repaint my line. Be right back. Step 3, lay cardboard or thick piles of newspaper. I think cardboard works the best. Where can you get free cardboard? You can probably go down to a recycling center and get it. You could probably go to Walmart into the back and ask them if they would give you the cardboard, and they probably would. A lot of department stores will give away their cardboard. I store it from my own store and keep cardboard, but if I don't get enough, I go to a recycling center and they give me all the cardboard I could possibly want. The thicker you lay it, the better, so I don't break the boxes down. I just keep them whole and I lay them out. Once you lay your cardboard, you're gonna get it wet. This is gonna help the cardboard break down through the winter. And you know what's great about cardboard? Cardboard promotes earthworms. Oh my gosh, you'll have so many earthworms once the cardboard breaks down. It's wonderful. So that's what step 3 is. Number 4, lay down some organic material over the top of your cardboard. I'm going to use compost. It doesn't matter what kind of compost you use, just use some kind of compost. You can order it in bulk like I have, and I'm using a skid steer to move it, and I'm very fortunate and blessed that I have that. But I've done plenty of my share of moving them with wheelbarrows, by the bag, and everything else. Today, we're taking advantage of the skid steer. I will continue to repeat the cardboard, getting it wet, and the compost all the way down. But I don't want to drive over the top of the compost as I put it down. So I'm actually going to put my next layer on before I continue to go further with the cardboard and the compost. What I'm going to do is like sections, and I'm going to layer it up and then do the next section, layer it up until I get all the way to the end. So the next step, you want to top your compost with something. I'm going to use a double processed mulch that has no dye on it, no color, and basically what it is it's parts of trees that they ground down and then they ground it again so that it's really fine. And I like this kind of mulch when I'm doing a project like this because it breaks down super fast. This is going to give me another layer on top of my compost, but it's also going to keep my compost from turning into a wet, mushy mess. This is going to hold it all in place. The other thing I'm going to do is on top of this double processed mulch that I'm going to put on top of this, I'm going to chop up all my leaves when they come down, and I'm going to put a good layer of chopped up leaves on here as well. So it's like lasagna layering all the way. I've got my bottom layer, which is my grass cut down as low as it'll go. Then I've got my cardboard that I wet down, layered it with some compost, then some double processed really fine mulch, and then the chopped up leaves. All right, here we go. Step 6, leave it alone. Don't walk on it. Don't look at it. Don't think about planting in it. Just leave it alone and let it break down. And I know you're asking me, how deep was that, Michelle? Well, there's the bottom of the cardboard. And I probably have 2 inches of compost, 2 inches of mulch. I am going to throw probably a couple inches of chopped up leaves on this. When I throw the leaves on, I will get them wet. But for now, this is just going to be Mother Nature taking care of this. Now, I will probably also mow my grass over on top of this too. That's not going to hurt anything. I just want it all to break down. And I need there to be a mix of green and brown products so that it breaks down like compost does. This is going to be so wonderful to plant in the spring. Now, some people will do the edge now. I think it's easier to do the edge in the spring after everything breaks down. So I will go through and edge it in the spring. Isn't that great? Oh, I can't wait to plant in front of that. And you guys, you know what's going to come next. Oh yeah, a design. I am so excited that this is done. This is going to be so primo as far as the medium that I'm going to be planting in the spring. And now that I've done it in the fall, I'm ready to go. Now, remember, step 1, pick your spot, use paint, use your hose, string, something to outline the area. 2, mow it down as low as you can get it. 3, lay your cardboard and get it wet. 4, top it with something organic like compost. Now, some of you might be thinking, I'm going to use topsoil instead. Just remember, if you buy topsoil in a bag, it probably is sterile, but it has 0 nutritional value to it. Topsoil is basically the top 2 inches of the soil that was skimmed off. If it's in a bag, they probably baked it to bake any weed seed out of it. If you're buying it in bulk, I guarantee you there's weed seed in it because there's no government regulation in topsoil. It's just the top 2 inches of the soil. So spend a little bit more, save yourself the headache of weeds later, and use compost, all right? Then, step 5, top it with some kind of mulch so that it doesn't become a muddy mess and the mulch will break down as well. And step 6, leave it alone. Wait till next year and you will have chocolate pudding to plant in. How awesome was that, you guys? Now, stay tuned Thursday for right here. We're going to be planting underneath a maple tree, roots and all. All right, you guys, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget, the last Saturday of this month is the last Garden Gab. And for those of you that are new, Garden Gab is where we gab in the garden about the garden. On the last Saturday of the month, though, we share viewer submission pictures, and we would like to share a picture from your garden. So take one picture, you guys, of something absolutely fantastic in your garden. Take it in a landscape format. If you take it up and down like this, I can't use that picture, you guys. So landscape format. Send it to my email right here. I need to know who you are, where you live, what we're looking at, and what zone it is. I love to be inspired and I love to see what other people do in their gardens. So make sure you share those because it's the last one of the year. Now, we do have a Garden Gab coming up this Saturday. We're going to be answering questions from the previous videos. That is our Q&A Garden Gab for the month. So make sure you tune in for both of them. I believe it's the last 2 Saturdays. So yeah, that's all I've got for today, you guys. I hope you get your hands in the dirt. I got my hands in the dirt. Well, not really. I used rakes and shovels and a skid steer, but I was in the dirt. So does that count? I think it does. All right. I'm really happy this is done. You guys, we'll see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.